So should we move on to the next question? What is your best food pairing for your 8th pint? A burger?
It's got to be some kind of, it's a kebab, it's a burger. It's like
greasy.
If you're in Plymouth, it's probably full of cheese because Jake's. Shout out.
True.
But yeah, I think you're gonna have something. What would you like? Well, you're gonna have sushi or something for like 8 pints. It's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have something.
Or
greasy.
you can eat Chinese.
To be fair, yeah.
If you're in a long day drinking session, you could go into like an all-you-can-eat buffet at about 7:00. That'd be quite nice.
Yeah, because you could be walking around, having some food. Yeah.
Okay, next question. If you were to choose a famous ambassador to represent True Story for their character,
right,
who would it be and why? And this from Liam, and I sent Liam a message yesterday asking, and he gave this more thought than anyone else. He was asking me, like, what's the tone of the podcast? What sort of questions are you going to be asking? Mm-hmm. Who's presenting it? What's it going to be? So he's really thought about this.
Do we have presenters? Or?
Well, not yet.
Here's you. I think you're the... I'm the guest.
By default.
I'm the guest.
Okay. So, yeah, give this a little bit of thought. Because he's put a lot of thought into that question.
So, sorry, when you say a famous ambassador, is that any famous person?
I think he's like, if you could choose someone to represent the brand.
Do they have to be an ambassador currently, or is it just a famous person that represents us?
I think it's just a famous person that represents us. I don't think they need to be an ambassador as such.
Okay. Have you, because you knew these questions? I didn't know these questions going in. So you got one that you've already thought about this?
To be honest with you, I didn't think about it.
Okay. you're like, you come in and you're like, give this some thought. This guy's really put his heart and soul into this. And you're like, I didn't even think about it.
I'm a busy man.
Yeah, I know, yeah. You mostly just avoiding cleaning up spills in a brewery.
Yeah, someone had to set up the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, so a brand ambassador for True Story.
We've had a shout from off camera of Terry Tibbs for City Boys. He would be perfect.
City Boys? Yeah. For Toffee Boys?
Nah, I could see him. I could see him with the City Boys and the whole, like, with a suitcase full of money that's just like spelling out. Yeah, I think he'd be brilliant. Yeah, I'm going Terry Tibbs for the beer City Boys.
just for the one beer. Yeah. He's only a spokesman for one beer.
And maybe he could like have a taste of the sour. That's fucking disgusting.
He wouldn't like a sour.
The man wouldn't touch.
He'd like a lager.
Okay, so the next question: will you be canning your kombucha?
Yes. Short answer for that.
Short
one.
Answer,
yes. Yeah, we are looking.
Maybe
at
when is this going to be happening? Soon?
I don't know when. I don't know. Going to like a lot of dead cans on this side. Yeah, when are we doing that?
Yeah,
I don't know because it's probably a while away, right?
Yeah, so we've got like the kombucha recipes pretty much there, right?
The kombucha's delicious
with canning.
Yeah. The issue, I guess, the issue we thought that we would have is that it's live, and obviously it will continue. If you leave it at room temperature, it will continue to ferment, and
so there's live yeast in there, right?
Yeah, so kombucha, obviously, the whole idea of kombucha is it's supposed to be good for you because it's got that live bacteria in it, and it's going to continue to ferment because it's naturally carbonated that way. So if it's in a can and you leave it out, it probably will explode. Like very likely to explode eventually, which is a bit of an issue. So, but I think people know to keep it in the fridge, and that's kind of what we think is that we just got to put some warnings on the label to keep it in the fridge. Can.
Yeah. So basically, we'll be there within the next. Well, we'll probably be
3 months
from China. So yeah, there's a delay on that.
China does the best deals on canning machines. Sponsored by Chinese canning machines.
Okay, we've pretty much rounded off the questions. There was a ton more.
Was that all the questions?
Well, no, there was a ton more questions.
Okay, we're saving them.
I feel like, we're saving them for next week. We'll probably ask people again.
There'll
probably be a load of questions that come out of this episode as well. Okay, I think we need to wrap this up.
Okay, that's sensible.
Yeah, we'll finish off these beers and then we'll put together some plans for the.
Somebody's got to clean this mess up.
If people have got more questions, do you want them to submit them? Because I feel like that was the basis for the whole.
Yeah. Like I think more questions, but also. People could come in, throwing out a new podcast idea.
Okay.
People just tasting beers.
I like it.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Talking.
Our beers or any beers?
It could be any beers.
Okay.
Why not any beers?
It's like a really fast beer review where
Yeah.
you're like, tell us what you think of that. Okay.
See
So
you
if you've
next
got
week.
any more questions, hit us up because we need more content. We've got a severe lack of ideas.
I think I got a pretty solid idea with the tasting beers and talking.
If you've sat through this, thanks so much.
Yeah.
And I hope you've
why
had a beer
why
too.
are you doing something better?
I feel like we're much redder than when we started.
I
and I feel
know,
like
yeah.
we're much more intoxicated than when we
Probably
started.
had like
But
5 of these beers.
hopefully it's been mildly entertaining. And if you've learned anything, then great.
Nobody's learned anything. I feel like
See you next
I
week.
got dumber just sitting there.